guys, this is again Teacher Corley, and this time I will be making videos about how to find the equations of the line given only some conditions. Okay, so I am going to show you how to find the equation of the line given only a slope and a point, given a slope and a y-intercept, given only 2 points, and given only the intercepts. So there are so many ways of finding the equations of the line depending on the facts that are given. So I will show you how to do it. I already had videos on how to find the equations of the line. It's just that this time I will give more examples about it. Okay? Just bear with me. This time, we are going to find the equation of the line whose slope is negative 2/3 and whose y-intercept is negative 1. This is how you're going to do it. Since the given is a slope which is equal to negative 2/3 and a y-intercept which is equal to negative 1, so the formula to be used is the slope-intercept form. The slope-intercept form. Why is it so? Because the given is a slope and a y-intercept. So that would be y equals mx plus b. Substituting these values to our equation, we have y equals, instead of writing m, we are going to write negative 2/3 x plus negative 1. Simplifying, we have negative 2/3 x, positive times negative 1 is negative 1. This is now the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Okay? But what if you're asked to write it in standard form? So this is how you are going to do it. So from y equals negative 2/3 x minus 1, y equals negative 2/3 x minus 1, we are going to multiply both sides by 3. Because writing an equation in standard form, it is really a must to have an integral coefficients. It means no fractions and no decimals. So 3 times y is 3y, 3 times negative 2/3 is 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, divided by 3 is negative 2x. So it's just like cancelling 3 and the denominator here. What is left is negative 2. The negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Now, writing it in the form ax plus by equals c, which is this one is the standard form, we are going to transpose negative 2x to the other side. It will become positive 2x. Then positive 3y equals negative 3. So this is now our equation in standard form. But what if you're asked to write it in general form? That is in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0. So it means you're going to transpose all the terms to the other side and equate them to 0. So it would become 2x plus 3y, negative 3 transposed to the other side, it will become positive 3. Then equate them all to 0. This is now our equation in general form, whose slope is negative 2/3 and whose y-intercept is negative 1. If I am going to graph this, this would look like this. B is the y-intercept. So this is your y. This is our x-axis. So here, this is negative 1. So since our y-intercept is negative 1, it is a point where your line crosses the y-axis. So negative 2/3 means negative 2/3. It means I will go down instead of going up since it's a negative. Then I will go to the right 3 units. Why is it so? Because the slope is rise over run. Rise means going up or going down. It depends upon the sign. Run means going to the left or to the right. It depends upon the sign still. So, since it is negative 2, then we are going down 2 units from the y-intercept. So, it means 1, 2. Then, run to the right 3 units. So, 1, 2, 3, that is 3. So, from this point, going down 1, 2. Then, run to the right 1, 2, 3. This would be our point. So, when we connect, it would look like this. Okay? Or, if you want to have 2 over negative 3, if simplified, that would still be negative 2/3. It means I will go up 2 units, 1, 2, then run to the left 3 units, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, this point. They will still all lie on the same line. The points will still lie on the same line because they have the same slope. Okay? So, if I'm going to extend 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 here, they will still lie on the same line. Or, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, they will still lie on the same line. That's the use of the slope. It tells about the steepness of the line. Okay? I hope you get that. We are given a slope and a y-intercept. I showed you how to find it, how to find the equations using the slope-intercept form, and writing them in standard form and in general form. Then we try to graph it so that we would know how it would look like in the graph. Okay, I hope you got it. What if you are given 2 points? So the problem is, find the equation of the line that contains the point 3, -1, and -2, 4. So this time, we are given 2 points. So, the equation to be used is 2-point form, which is y minus y sub 1 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 times x minus x sub 1. So, this is how you are going to solve it. The given points are 3, -1, and -2, 4. So what we are going to do is that we are going to label first. Okay? This is x sub 1, y sub 1, and our point 2, this is x sub 2, and y sub 2. So, as what I have said, the formula to be used is the 2-point form, which is y minus y sub 1 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 times x minus x sub 1. This is what we call the 2-point form. Okay? Because we are given 2 points, obviously. So here, we are now going to substitute the values of our ordered pairs to the formula. So y minus y sub 1, which is a -1, enclose it inside the parentheses, equals y sub 2 is 4 minus y sub 1 is -1 over x sub 2 is -2 minus x sub 1 is 3 times x minus x sub 1, which is 3. So, as you can see, minus -1 is the same here in the numerator, minus -1. Minus 3 is also the same here. So that is what you are going to check, whether sometimes you would be confused, no? Am I substituting the right values? So, again, this one should be the same here. This denominator should be the same here. Okay? Now, simplifying, negative times -1 is +1 equals 4 minus -1. That would be 4, negative times -1 is +1. -2 minus 3 is -5. It's just like adding -2 and -3. Since they have the same signs, you add 2 and 3, which is 5, then copy the common sign negative. So it could also be copy, change, okay? So, x minus 3. So, y plus 1 equals 4 plus 1 is 5 divided by negative 5 times x minus 3. Simplifying again this one, so just copy y plus 1 equals 5 divided by negative 5 is negative 1 times x minus 3. So, y plus 1, negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. Okay? So, we can write the equation in three different forms. You can write it in slope-intercept form. This would be like this. Y equals negative x plus 3. Positive 1 transposed to the other side is negative 1. So, y equals negative x plus 2. So, this is the slope-intercept form. If you are going to write that one into standard form, that would be transpose x, negative x, that would be x plus y equals 2. This is the standard form of the equation of the line. If you are going to write it into general form, transpose everything, all the terms on the other side, and equate them to 0. That would be x plus y, positive 2 transpose to the other side would become negative 2 equals 0. So that would be the general form. Okay? So, these three equations are actually equivalent equations. Okay? They just mean the same thing. So, this is the slope-intercept form because you can identify the slope, which is negative 1, which is this one. Then, the y-intercept is 2. This one is the standard form, okay, because ax plus by equals the constant, which is ax plus by equals c. Then, this is the general form, x plus y minus 2 equals 0. If we are going to graph it, this would look like this. This is our y-axis, and this is our x-axis. So, 3, negative 1 is 1, 2, 3. Negative 1 is here, so this is your point. Negative 2, 4 is, your x is negative 2, negative 1, negative 2. Then 4 is going up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this would be negative 2, negative 4. Okay? So, here, when you graph it, it would look like this. This is now the graph of x plus y equals 2. Okay? The slope is negative 1. From this point, go down 1, run 1. From this point, go down 1, run 1. Go down 1, run 1, run 1. Go down 1, run 1. So they all lie on the same line. If we are going to use the intercepts, if x equals 0, y is 2. So as you can see, the line crosses the y-axis at 2. Okay? If y equals 0, x is equal to 2. As you can see, the line crosses the x-axis at 2. Okay? So, they all jive. So, all these three lines, they just mean one line. Okay? Because these are equivalent equations. So, that's all. We are given 2 points and we use the 2-point form. And we also graph the 2 points. Okay? What if you're given the intercepts, the x and y intercepts? Remember that x-intercept is a point where your line crosses the x-axis. The y-intercept is a point where your line crosses the y-axis. So what if you are given the x and y intercepts and you're asked to find the equation of this line? So, since you are given intercepts, the formula to be used is the intercept form, which is x over a plus y over b equals 1. This is how you are going to solve it. Suppose we are given an x-intercept which is equal to 4 and a y-intercept which is equal to 2. If you are going to write this as an ordered pair, this would be 4, 0. And our y-intercept, which is 2, could be written as 0, 2. So if you're going to graph that, this would be the graph. Okay, then this one, A is the symbol used for our x-intercept. And B is the symbol used for y-intercept. So the formula to be used is x over A plus y over B equals 1. Substituting the values of our x-intercept and y-intercept, that would become x over 4 plus y. Instead of writing b, we are going to write the value of our y-intercept, which is 2, equals 1. Okay? So getting the LCD or the LCM, least common multiple of our denominators, which is 4. So we are going to multiply both sides by 4. So multiply it by 4. Then 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times x is x. 4 divided by 2 is 2 times y is 2y. Okay? Then 4 times 1 is equal to 4. Why do we have to multiply both sides by 4? Because if you are going to write an equation in standard form, as what I have said, there should be integral coefficients, okay? No fractions, no decimals. So, x plus 2y equals 4 is the standard form of the equation of the line whose x-intercept is 4 and whose y-intercept is 2. If you are going to write this in standard form, in general form, I mean, that would become x, is it clear? Plus 2y, positive 4 transposed to the other side is negative 4, then equal to 0. This is now our general form. And the graph of this equation, whose x-intercept is 4 and y-intercept is 2, is this one. Ta-da-da! Okay, so that's all for now. Thank you.